options for Elements here to start a fight between the Rek'Sai and the Leona going in. Obviously, Froggen trying to land a charm. If Unlimited can manage to disengage the first thing, suddenly the Corki and Xerath can just kite backwards here and land the poke.
Even if the power spikes might be missed, they're able to keep this game going for quite a long time now. With the picks and bans locked in, the analysis is on you guys. Go ahead and tweet us at LOL Esports using the hashtag ELWin or CWWin, and we'll see who you think is going to come out on top in this game.
So,
yep, Unlimited, actually, they sense it. Shook is going to move over. They're going to go for the double dive, and they jump onto Unlimited, actually. Very squishy on this Janna, forcing to flash away, but Nif is taking all the tower hits, and he actually has to turn around. Youngbuck nearly secures first blood, but now they turn it back around, and Reckless, does he have the damage to take him down? The Janna shield is going to keep Youngbuck alive. Reckless goes in for round 2, and he's going to take the first blood, but it's not over yet. Soren made the long roam, and Nif just might go down. He does. That's a 1-for-1, and they're looking for even more here. Shook gets the knockup, but he's not going to live very long here. Unlimited helping out, and Airwalks comes up. That is going to be a 2-for-1.
Roaming from the top lane, didn't actually manage to join in. Right here was all about Airwax forcing the flash, but it has meant that Wicked is in a one-on-one between him and Freeze. And Freeze going aggressive.
Starting to look a little bit rough for Wicked here. Freeze coming up with more damage. Wicked at level down. Auto attack will do it. He gets it with the Phosphorus Bomb, and he gets out alive.
The Copenhagen Wolves XP from the minions, and quite a lot of farm on Lulu as well. So he should be fairly happy. Froggen
going to get the jump in, and he does be able to get quite a lot of damage going in with the Spirit Rush. Oh, he needs another attack, and he's not going to get it. And the turret takes down Froggen. Soren.
Good for Youngbuck. Elements is sneaking in behind him.
Yep, and they're going to get the jump on. Claw, not successful. And a 1-2-3, Reckless coming up with his second kill. A little bit of help from his friends.
Yeah, Wicked, who was low on mana, low on HP, they saw him recall. It's a very, very easy dragon pick-up by Copenhagen Wolves after getting a tower as well.
And this is such a much more progressive and proactive game from the Wolves. They're learning to take...
He wants that Grump.
Yeah, he
second
does.
time.
Bad enough to Void Rush for it now.
Whoa,
teleporting down to the bottom side, looking to see if he can get a pick on Froggen. There's no tower. Flashes away from the charm, and with Freeze's help, they just might have the damage. Spirit Rush. Youngbuck going down. Froggen with the outplay in the 1v2. Freeze will pick him up, but he's got to be happy he got something for it. More jungle control, putting a lot of wards down at the very least, so they know where they all are. Youngbuck, though, he's in a little bit of trouble in a 1v3. Frozen Tomb is going down. The Solar Flare won't connect, but they really don't need it. And Youngbuck just gets caught by the roving gank squad.
And again, Elements completely control the top side of the jungle. Now Froggen,
he's looking for Unlimited, but he could be in a little bit of trouble as well. Blown back into Freeze, and Soren, who picks up that kill. 4 members of the Copenhagen Wolves answer back in kind, and the
top turret forward in exchange here. So the Elements using the deep wards, catch out Youngbuck.
Chance to start pushing this one down. They've got a minion wave at their back.
Froggen has ulti though on the flank.
Very dangerous, you're right. Froggen could go in at any time, but Wicked is gonna get blown up, and now Youngbuck could follow. It looks like Froggen will make it a 1-for-1, but they've got the tower. Now Shook uses the Void Rush to try to get an angle, see if he can find someone with a Praise Seeker. Freeze is low, but a Chilling Smite will keep him at bay for now. Could be an Elements Dragon.
Yeah, Airwax is too low to go in here, so the Copenhagen will have to give it up here. First Dragon for Elements.
Oh, they find Airwalks! He gets killed. Nif picks that one up, and they spent quite a...
Blades will have some sustain from it, but it's just simply to try and stay alive in this fight here.
Oh,
fights.
Shook, they're going to jump on him. Airwalks, there we go. Both junglers pretty low in this one, and they take just a breather for a moment, but Airwalks extremely low, and they're going to be able to take him. Froggen just going on a rampage for the double kill, looking for Youngbuck as well. Can he secure the triple?
It's not over yet. Froggen left us some.
See if he can juke this out.
Standing.
This is a little bit dangerous. Now we're going to look down to where Nif is being focused down, and there we go. Airwalk's pretty low though. However, Froggen is also going to, well, in a moment, maybe if he can juke this one out. Come on, Unlimited. They don't even have the damage. There we go. Soren comes up with it. It's a 2-for-1 as Airwalks went down. Spotted. Here comes Shook around the side. Can he secure it with the Smite Seal? Is he even going to try? He doesn't have the vision on it. No Praise Seeker will be enough.
Yeah.
As Airwalk secures the 3rd dragon for his team. Kane coming out, and actually Shook trying to dodge these out. Actually takes a bit of damage there. And Froggen, we didn't even see it, but again, he picks up Youngbuck.
No, but the pink ward's in the river. At some point, one guy will overextend. Charm from Froggen now. Youngbuck is dead for another 30 seconds, and Elements keep the control around this Baron here.
The death timer starts to get a little more serious. Now, there's the Baron starting.
Yeah, no ulti from Soren either, so the Copenhagen Wolves are going to be very weak here if a fight should break out. Froggen still has his ulti. He just chomped and DFG'd onto Youngbuck before.
Yeah, and they're hanging around the backside of the pit, too, in case, well, Reckless could always dash over. It's a bit dangerous to deal with the Baron, and wait a minute! Froggen with a shutdown while all that's happening. Soren, they're just running interference for the Baron. Unlimited comes in, he gets popped, the Baron goes over to Elements. This is just absolutely wacky what's happening, and Reckless picks up a kill onto Airwalks as well. Call it, but it is a disaster now for Copenhagen Wolves. They're gonna lose this inhibitor as Elements take advantage of that, march down the line after the Baron in the Baron pit. So Elements now just opened up the game massively for them. They've got a huge lead at freeze!
Wow.
You can't even blink and you'll miss it. Froggen coming up with another big kill. He's 8-4 and he was pushed down this bottom side.
Yeah, this push is still going to be fairly hard for Copenhagen Wolves, even with the buffed up minions.
Oh, they caught Airwalks in the charm.
Whoa!
A lot of damage there and he makes it. Oh, no, he doesn't. Reckless says, I'll take that.
What?
Thank you very much. One turret. They should be able to get another inhibitor off of that one. And the Wolves are running home with their tails between their legs.
The very, very last ulti from Reckless, killing Airwax again, opening up the base. Top lane should be the next focus, unless they want to try and go for these Nexus turrets. I mean, why not? I mean, it's 4 guys and you have
They've got 2 inhibitors.
Yeah, go for it.
They don't need the wave necessarily. And Froggen, how does he keep doing that? Youngbuck, I don't think that's going to keep you alive for very long, buddy. Maybe that will. Limited going to pop his Monsoon. Froggen really wants another pickup. The shields are going to keep him safe, but now the Nexus turrets being fired down. They've got 1. They're looking for 2. Super minions in the base. This is a disaster for the Copenhagen Wolves. However, maybe they can find something. There's the shutdown they were looking for. Froggen is popped, but Airwalks and Freeze also low. Everybody on the Wolves just melting because Reckless is still able to make the damage. The Nexus is going down 37 minutes in, and Elements pick up win number 2.
Passive early game from Elements, exactly how they love to play the game. And as soon as we get in towards the late game here, they start creating the picks. Nice setup around the Baron, baiting the Copenhagen Wolves to face check them, and of course Froggen on Ahri. I mean, yeah, so he dies one-on-one in the mid lane. Who cares when he then goes on and kills 9 other guys?
Yeah, I think he wanted to make up for that one just a little bit.
Baby.
He didn't even catch all of the kills he was able to pick up. Talk about a highlight reel. We'll have a whole load of LCS big plays for that guy. And what a massive performance from Elements. They turned a switch, they stepped it up, and the Wolves were left in the dust.
Yeah, as soon as the Wolves didn't really manage to get a lead from this mid-game with the Corki, potentially the Zeref push you can do, because again there's so much engaged on the side of Elements here. The Copenhagen Wolves didn't really feel like they could push up and start setting up the siege here. Then it was just all about Elements controlling the map, controlling the Baron, getting the right fights, and obviously not allowing Copenhagen Wolves to just sit and poke.
But credit to the Wolves, they played much better up to the level of Elements. They kept them on the ropes for a little while. They started out very strong, securing those 3
a lot better early game.
Yeah, I really stepped it up compared to their opening week. And, you know, there's hope for this team yet. They're only 1-2. Not the worst score you could be at. Yes, you want to do better, but they've got some glimmers of brilliance there. Let's see if they can turn that into something.
Yeah, and Copenhagen Wolves as a team, I mean, if you look back at Summer Split last year, Spring Split as well, whenever they face these big teams, like the top teams in Europe, they seem to have some special tactic worked out that actually does cause a bit of trouble here and buys them time in the game here, gives them a chance. I remember them beating Alliance last year as well with that, like the Twitch mid with a red buff and just killing Froggen, but that was a whole different game. And obviously this time around, no tricky picks, just a very long-range siege poke comp that Alliance or Elements managed to